Hi friends, welcome to the dating battle. So tonight our topic is threesome. Probably my favorite topic. So what do you think?
Threesomes, personally, they're complicated for me.
Yes.
Well, to start, have you had a threesome before?
I've had a few, yes. I'm not gonna tell you how many. I'm not gonna say I'm an expert, but I'm definitely not an amateur. I would say the first threesome I tried to have was with one of my third boyfriends. I was in high school or post high school, and I was too in love with him. I couldn't do it. But flash forward 24, I met like
A few moments later.
like, fuck you. I'm not gonna be on your dick when you're insulting me. Like, I'm giving you the time of your life. I'm giving you a fantasy.
Right.
For me, if I'm with he wasn't my partner or my lover, so I get it. But if I were to do it with a partner, I want to feel like the star. Like, I feel like guys do it wrong. Like, you should make the girl that you're with feel comfortable. I like to be the guest star, and I prefer it with two guys and one girl because I'm the star.
Heard. Okay. So it sounds like you have a lot of experience in threesomes.
I wouldn't say a lot, but under 10.
That's a decent amount. I feel like some people live their lives and they never have a threesome. It's like, first of all, if it's just two people having sex, like a lot of guys have performance anxiety, and then a lot of women never orgasm.
Yes,
right?
Facts.
So to take it to the next level of including another person, it's like, well, your situation was like, they like set the scene, like he got the house, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel like there's so much coordination that goes into threesomes. Me personally, my first threesome was a foursome. It was like, well, my first official threesome was actually with these two dudes. It was like a younger dude and his sugar daddy. Episode 1. And they had a really nice relationship, and I guess I was attracted to the younger dude, and he's like, oh, meet my partner, just naive, newly bisexual. And I went to their place, and
was it a nice place at least?
It was alright. It was on the Upper West Side. It was a little brownstone. It was alright.
Okay.
It wasn't trashy.
Okay.
But the thing, we had to get fucked up. And we did it a few times, and every time we did it, we had a lot of wine. Just to let the nerves out.
Nerves, yeah.
But ultimately I kind of agree with you where it was like, when you're not the star, it starts to feel weird. It's like, am I spending the night? Am
I getting kicked out?
Yes, are they just being nice? I'm hungry. Are they hungry?
I need a cab home. It's getting late. It's past my bedtime.
Right.
I mean, I like it. We'll delve into. I've been under the influence in some threesomes, after parties, with model dudes, and I like it with two guys. I've done it with model dudes where I got nothing out of it. It was just the fun of it, and for me, I didn't have sex with everyone. I had my friend. I've done it with a gay guy and a sexually fluid guy.
Okay.
So I would stick to hooking up with my friend, but then I would play around with the extra dude. But being with two dudes, it's anything that I want. They're just there to please me.
So you prefer MMF threesome to...
What does that mean?
MMF, male, female.
Male, female.
You prefer to be the star.
I prefer to be the star. Because,
that's fair.
Or even if it was a couple, I've had an older woman, she was in a relationship, and I didn't fool around with her man, but he was kind of watching. I've done that where I felt like the star, but I prefer 2 men, 1 girl, because I feel like I'm the star. Like,
I mean, you deserve that. Like, I feel there's such a taboo around threesomes where, it's 2 guys and 1 girl because men are so like afraid of being. I mean, you can't blame them. You don't want to feel insecure around another guy, but that's the nature of threesomes. Like, that's the nature of sex in general. Like, there's going to be some insecurity, but like, just kind of move past it. I know sometimes things don't even work out. Sometimes people walk away from it. Before it even goes down.
I've had a situation where the guys weren't even into each other. They were just there for me, and like, I feel like a goddess. There's no better feeling than that when you feel like 2 men want you. You don't have to do anything that you don't want to. It's just what you're comfortable with. And you have to feel comfortable. It has to be with friends, It can't be with like strangers or a random situation, because that's when you get taken advantage of. You want to be safe.
Safety, that's really important. I'm so happy you said that, because like, expectations, when you're young, you're discovering. So you end up doing something and it's like, I tried it, it didn't work out, it went bad. But as you get older, you start to realize like, okay, whether it's preparation for months or preparation for the night you meet the person, you need to have a conversation about like what you're expecting, what you're down for and what you're not down for.
Yeah, I feel like when it's planned, it could be nice, but with like 2 girls, 1 guy, I feel like the guy's selfish. Like, for me, if I was a man, I'd like my bitch feel comfortable. I'm like, yeah, bitch, you're the star, and this bitch is just in for the ride. Men don't know how to play it. Like, they don't know how to make their bitch feel comfortable and let the other girl feel like, okay, you're just here for the night. Not that you want them to feel like they're not included, but you want your main girl to feel like wanted. And like, for me, guys play it wrong. Like, they just have the wrong, heterosexual male have the wrong perspective. But with like fluid guys or like 2 guys, like, you're the center of the attention.
I agree. I feel like I know a lot of straight dudes who want to be in a threesome with 2 girls, but I only know like 1 or 2 straight dudes who their girls or their wives are happy with their threesomes, but that's because, like you're saying, it's such a like joint venture. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like if you and I were together and we were like at a bar and we're like, oh yeah, she's cute. You know what I mean? It's like, what do you think about her? Right? It's like, it's like, what do you think about her? And you tell me fully, or you lead the way and I follow. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I feel like in a relationship, the woman is supposed to pick the woman. You don't want somebody who's gonna intimidate you or take the crown away from you, like, you want somebody who can play along, who doesn't intimidate the main character. I think it's just about like different roles. Like, there's the main character, there's the understudy, like, everybody plays their part, but like straight men don't know how to play it. Like, with 2 guys, I feel like it's more fun, and it's more fun when it's spontaneous and it's not planned. Like, I've had a few where it wasn't planned and we got into it. I've had others where it was planned, and I feel like it was more planned with straight guys and they just didn't know how to act. They don't know the etiquette. You know what I mean?
Like, like when it's you and a dude and another girl, like sometimes they don't know how to act.
Like, they just go in all for the cookie. They're like, just like, it's a free fall. Like, yes, I got 2 fucking pussies.
Right, they're too excited. Don't get too excited.
Don't get too excited.
Yeah, I mean, I guess when it comes to like MMF, like 2 guys and a girl, did you ever see that show like I May Destroy You or something like that? It's like, you don't want to be a creep either, like, because like sometimes you may think people, it's not planned when in fact it actually was sort of like at least discussed before. Which is okay. But I think if that's the situation, you have to be transparent. No matter what the situation is, you got to be honest with people.
I've had some guys sprung it on me before, and like I've been like, no, this is not for me. She's not cute. She has a buck teeth. This is not what I'm into. Like, ask me first. Don't spring it on me. Ask me first if I'm into the chick. Make sure, like, I want to pick the girl, especially if we're together. And if I'm going to give my partner a threesome, you better make me feel comfortable. Like, we're together.
Right.
You're not going to leave me for some jump off.
Right.
You know?
Right. That's people's biggest fears about, like, threesomes or even open relationships. That's another topic, but I think that's a lot of people's biggest fear. It's like, are we gonna do this and then everything is gonna change after?
Yeah.
Like, stuff might change after, but hopefully for the better. Hopefully you learn something about yourself or your partner or the person who, or you just had a one-time experience, you've never seen the people again, and it's a great memory. You know, it's like.
Stay tuned for the next topic. I think you should subscribe. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Let me know what you think. Share with your friends. It's going to be a hot, hot show.